It's been a long time since we did a freeze dry video, but today I'm going to show you how I freeze dry eggs. Let's go. Hey y'all, it's Stephanie and welcome. If you're new to our channel or you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button down below. It's absolutely free. If you have anything that you want me to freeze dry, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you could, give this video a big thumbs up. It certainly helped the channel. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so with us doing, let me scoot you back. Okay, so with us doing liquid in here today, we are going to be using this level, and I am going to level it front and back. So I'm just going to set my level on top and make sure it's leveled in the front, and it's a little off, so I'm going to just add just a little bit, and there we go. And then I'm going to also level it from the side, make sure that's level, and the back. And I make sure all sides are level just to ensure that we don't have any spilling going on. Alright, and then what you're going to do is you are going to also take the inside of here and make sure that your trays are level. So now we can turn it on and we are going to pre-freeze it. We're going to put a liquid in there. We're going to not freeze. Make sure our drain valve's closed. And we'll let that freeze. And while that's freezing, we're going to go and get the eggs ready. Alright, so we're going to take these pans and we're going to go ahead and we lined them with parchment paper. And we are going to go stick the trays in the freeze dryer. And then I am going to do a dozen at a time and crack them in here. And once I get them cracked and blended, that way I don't have to mix them by hand, then we will see how much each tray fits. So let me go put the trays in the freezer, get a dozen in here cracked and blended, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so there's our first dozen. We're gonna go put that in the tray. Alright, so see if this will hold more than 1 dozen in each tray. It looks like we could maybe be able to get 1.5 dozen, so let me go blend up some more and we'll be right back. Alright, so we got dozen number 2 here. We're going to pull this one out again. And we don't want to overflow it too much, so I'm going to go do the rest of the trays and we'll be back. Alright, so we got all 3 trays loaded and I ended up taking some out of this tray, so it's got about 1.5 dozen in each tray. Except for the top one, it's got about 1 dozen in it. So we are going to put in and then we are going to seal that and we're going to let that freeze, and then we will be back in 24 hours to check on it. Alright, so we are back and this is done. I did have a couple issues with this batch. My surge protector decided that it didn't want to work anymore, so I had to go and get a new one, but luckily the machine does have a memory and it remembers where you left off, so you can just hit restart. This batch took about 36 hours due to it being liquid and not frozen, but so let's check these trays and see if they're completely done. So we're going to check this first one and it looks like it is completely freeze dried. I'm not feeling any moisture. If you ever feel anything frozen or cold, that normally means that there's still moisture and the food needs more time. So let's check the second one. Alright, second one's good. Let's check the last one. Alright, so that is good. Now we are going to go ahead and complete the process and hit defrost. Now whenever you're defrosting the machine, you do have to leave the door closed, but after defrosting is done, you want to open the door so it can completely dry out or it will mold. I typically bleach mine a few times every once in a while because for sanitization, but let's go over and get these packaged and I'll show you how I do that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we are going to put this in some mason jars. Now, we are going to reconstitute it, but not right now because we're about to get out of town. So right now all I'm going to do is I'm going to package it up And then we will be back later to reconstitute it. So let's get this packaged. Go ahead, I'm going to get all these done, and then we will be back to reconstitute it later. Alright, so we're back. We're going to throw some avocado oil in our skillet. I'm going to put that on medium high, and we are going to take our metal whisk and a glass bowl. Everything that I use here will be linked below. I'll link my pans. I absolutely love these pans. You'll see why here in a minute. And then the oxygen absorbers that we put in the mason jars, they actually seal the jars like you done canned it. So we're going to go ahead and pop this off. See? They seal it like that. And we're going to take that out, and we're actually going to use this one today. So I'm going to make eggs for the kids. So we're just going to pour that in there. And then I am going to go get a jar full of water. And the water that I'm using, it's not exactly hot, but it's not cold either. It's like warm. And we're just going to mix this in. There are still a few spots on there that aren't rehydrated yet, so I'm going to add just a little bit more water, and then we are going to let these sit for a few minutes. See, like that right there? It's not reconstituted all the way yet, but so we're just going to let this sit for a minute, and then we will be back. Alright, so we got our eggs here. There's a few chunks, so if you do it in powder, it'll probably work a lot better. But I mean, these chunks are they're just egg is all it is. It's just, if you want it to blend smoothly, probably blend this down to powder. I did use about 2/3 of the jar, well actually 3/4, because I filled it pretty much up. So now let's salt and pepper the egg. These salt and pepper shakers are so cool. I got these off of Amazon as well. Alright, so salt and pepper the egg. And then we're going to go over here to the skillet. I absolutely love these stainless steel pans. They don't stick very often. Look at these scrambled eggs. They're just coming right off of it. Now remember, whenever we freeze dried these were raw. So of course they are going to still be raw. As you can see, they are cooked. Go ahead and turn that off. And we can just slide those right onto that plate. And look at that. Like absolutely nothing pretty much left in the pan, except for on the sides there, but I could get that off. So I'm going to let these cool, and then we will bring the kids in here for a taste test. Alright, so we're going to do this in teams. We are going to let the girls go first, and then we will do the boys. Blow on it before you eat it. Is it warm?
Yeah, a little.
Blow on it before you eat it. Alright, and eat it.
That tastes good. It tastes like...
Yeah.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Tastes like eggs.
It's like they weren't even freeze dried.
Really? It just tastes like regular eggs?
Yeah.
All right, well, now let's bring in the boys and we'll see what they got to say. All right, so we have the boys here and we're going to have them try them. All right, so now they're going to try them. What do y'all think?
Tastes like egg.
It just tastes like egg? What do you think?
Same as him.
Same as him? Alright, so there you have it. The verdict's in. Just regular scrambled eggs. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, hit the subscribe button down below. And thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a great day. Bye.